Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Southern Fried Philosophy Podcast, where it's our take on life, liberty, and the pursuit of gravy, while you, the listener, are invited to come up on the front porch, grab a beverage, and set a spell.
Bro, this isn't Southern Fried Philosophy.
Wait. Oh, it isn't the podcast.
Good morning, One
Good
Hey, good morning, One Life. It is so good to be with you. My name is Justin, and this is
JT Patton.
Hey, JT, you have been around our church for a long time, haven't you?
Yes.
Longer than me.
Absolutely.
When did you and Jess come to One Life Church?
At least 47 years ago. No, it feels like that, but I think it's probably around 10-ish, maybe. I'm really bad at numbers, so I'm just guesstimating.
That's incredible. And you are married to Jess?
I am.
And how long have you guys been married?
17 years-ish.
Awesome. And you have a little girl?
Lila, she's 2. Yep.
And she is just a joy.
You call her that.
Yeah. Hey, listen, today we're starting kind of a new segment of Good Morning One Life, where I'm bringing people on each week to tell a little bit about their stories. We're in this series on stories, and so we thought it'd be a lot of fun to have some people tell a little bit about themselves. So JT is here with me today. I'm just gonna ask you some warm-up questions.
Okay.
All right. So my first question is, what is your favorite smell?
There's a couple. I've got one weird one.
Okay.
Right, and then I got a regular one. The weird one is gasoline.
Oh, interesting.
It's weird. Like, I kind of like it.
Okay.
But I know that that's a weird one. But my favorite, I think, is probably going to be when you walk into a brick house where they store bourbon. And you got the wood, and you got the bourbon smell, and it's cold and damp. It's beautiful. It's a great smell.
Well, this is church now. Okay, here we go.
And the spirits are here. And there.
Hey, if there was one person, dead or alive, that you would like to have a conversation with, who would it be?
I think you got to go to Jesus, right?
Well, not Jesus.
You can't say Jesus?
No, Jesus off the table.
All right.
Give me another one.
I would say my mom.
Oh.
She passed away when I was a kid, so I'd like to have a conversation with her.
That would be beautiful.
Absolutely.
That would be cool. When did you start following Jesus? When did you give your life to Jesus?
February 13th, 1992
Wow.
was the day.
How old were you?
I can't do math. I told you. I was like 12-ish, somewhere around there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Maybe older, I don't know.
Yeah. So here's a question for you. When is a time recently that you experienced failure?
Well, I showed up late to this taping. There's that. Bro, I'm a constant failure. Every day I'm a failure. But I think probably the biggest one most recently was just being a husband. Like, I wasn't a really good husband to my wife. And I realized that. So, that was probably it.
Yeah, man. Relationships are hard.
They're difficult.
They're really hard. When you felt like you were being a failure, when you felt like you failed in that relationship with Jess, what did it teach you? Like, what did it teach you about your relationship with God? What did God teach you in the midst of that failure?
Yeah, I think God really used my therapist to help me understand, like, you don't have to be stuck in where you're at, and help me work through a lot of stuff that I was dealing with as a kid, as an adult, whatnot, and God used her to really help open me up to understand that relationships are difficult, and there is a path out of there. There is hope, there is grace, and there is learning and a growth process where you can move forward.
So relationships are hard, but also people can annoy us a little bit. What's the most annoying thing that in a relationship for you? Like, if somebody chews ice, is that something that annoys you? Or what is it that annoys you in a relationship? Something funny.
Something funny.
Yeah, something funny.
I don't know.
Lighthearted.
Like, I'm tired of always having to leave the toilet seat up. Like, can't I just leave it down and she lift it up? There's more work for me to lift than for her to...
Okay, all right. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. What are you learning now that you have a daughter?
Patience. My way isn't always the best way, but really just letting her figure out her stuff in her time. And that patience also goes to me too. And I guess my relationship with God is sometimes I just gotta wait and figure it out on my own.
Man, that is beautiful. Yeah, our stories are constantly teaching us, and God is constantly teaching us in the midst of our stories, right?
Yeah.
What is a characteristic of God that you feel like you're learning about right now?
Grace and hope and a future.
Yeah.
For a long time, I felt like that it was just the mundane, the normal. But now with a 2-year-old, things change constantly.
Yeah.
So there's a future and there's a hope.
That's great, man. JT, thanks for hanging out with us.
Absolutely.
Thanks. And we're going to do this again. But until next time, go and be the family of God, live authentically, and invest in the world around you. See you.
Peace.